Hello, my friends. Let's talk about the Miss Universe swimsuit fashion show and what my thoughts were about this. First and foremost, it was giving me Miss Grand Universe vibes. I did not like that. I don't like the setting of the show for so many different reasons. I feel like there was a tripping hazard because of the grass. I was surprised that they didn't put some sort of flooring down. I feel like when the ladies started on that top position and when they went down the stairs, like the stairs were very tall and it was a very awkward height for the contestants to walk down. Also, the cameras being very far away from the ladies, it was really difficult for them to have eye contact with the cameras. And so I just feel like it should have been done in a different setup or location or something, and it was just kind of giving me grand vibes, and I wanted to feel like we're at Miss Universe. I also think that because of this, some contestants were giving more grand performances, and I was like, what are we doing? Lots of them were playing with their hair a lot, or they were overstyled. They had so many accessories on. Some of the movements that they were doing, you know, the stuff that we see in Grand, like blowing kisses and drawing hearts, all of that stuff. Leave it at Grand, not Miss Universe, please. Just to be clear, the favorites that I'm going to share with you in this episode, these aren't like my top 30. I'm literally just evaluating this particular event. And it was actually kind of surprising for me because some of my favorites, some contestants that I think are going to be in the top 30 are not in this episode. India, what did I say? This is what I wanted to see from her. At her national competition, I was so impressed by the contestants because it was like girl after girl after girl had these creative posing combos, and she brought that. She brought that here. It was like the perfect time to showcase that. And so like all of the looks, the poses, the hair flips, fabulous. Brazil, really nice walk. And also this performance, it kind of reminded me of Miss Grand Brazil a little bit, but I think that she is fabulous here. I think at the end, like the very last pose, we lost a little bit of posture, like the chest was collapsing in just a little bit. So for prelims, just I would say be really aware and make sure that we still maintain that posture the entire time. She's super tall. She's going to capture a lot of attention for that, but she did a fabulous job, and I like how present she is. I told you guys about her at her national pageant. I think she's a great performer. A lot of contestants struggled on the stairs, but I think South Africa did a great job going down those stairs. I wish she wouldn't touch the hair as much for Universe, but you know what? She serves face every single time, and I know she's a strong interviewer, so I'm really hoping to see her advance. Argentina, even with the little trip, I don't care. I think she still did a great job. Love the little flower in her hair. That wasn't too over the top or too overstyled. I think she looked really, really beautiful. I think she did the best considering the circumstances that were there. Honestly, like I said, with the whole like routine and cameras, it was not ideal for these ladies, but I think that she was one of the ones that like made the most of what she had and still stood out. Colombia had a nice opening. We saw some cool variations here. One thing about her was that, oh my gosh, did she look photoshopped or what? I was watching her and I was like, a lot of the contestants were out there because the sun, they're like really squinty. Like, tell me why she just looked like filtered. That's how stunning she is. Wow. Great hair and makeup for this part of the competition. Guadalupe, yes to this walk. I mean, she has been one of my top picks throughout this competition. Wow. From the moment I saw her at opening ceremony. Don't forget, first runner-up Miss World, okay? She's a competitor. I wish she was one of our contestants that like touched her hair. I wish she wouldn't do that. We just don't see that very much at Universe. It's more grand, but regardless, I love her. Costa Rica, oh my gosh, really loved her. She's a wonderful surprise for me. She's a contestant throughout the competition that's just been kind of on my edge, but seeing her here, wow. Like, would I like the styling for prelims? No, but I think like this little wetsuit type swimsuit with her bubble braids, the hair up, really showed off her face. Like, it was fun and it was appropriate for this competition. I just loved her. The walk, the confidence, the poses, she was gorgeous. So some of my favorite performances were the ones that weren't very overdone, that gave me more classic Miss Universe vibes, and Australia fit that bill. I think she looked really, really beautiful. I like her smile for swim. A lot of contestants, like, I think they did a good job, but then I was like, why so serious? Like, this should be a fun part of the competition. But Australia seemed to be having a really great time with this, and I think it did a good job with her poses as well. So I actually, now after seeing this, have much better expectations for her going into prelims. Croatia, super long legs. Yes, I have been noticing her. I think that she is gorgeous. I wish she hadn't have rushed through this as much or kind of did a little jump onto the stairs, but honestly, everybody was struggling with that grass and the stairs, so I'm gonna give her some grace. Kyrgyzstan, honestly, yes. This was like the sweet spot for me. I liked this performance. I loved the look in her eyes. I loved that she wasn't overdoing anything. She wasn't giving grand. She was giving universe, and it was great. I love surprises, and for me, Nigeria was one of them. I talked about her in my departure episode, though. I think that she had a really, really cool, subtle way of sharing about her flag in her departure look. It was great. But here, I think she looked really beautiful, was quite precise. I wish she hadn't have done the extra grab for her hair, the extra hair movement. I don't think it was necessary, but other than that, I don't care. She was strong with her walk, her other poses, and then also her final look at the camera. Great. USA, I was so glad to see Audrey do well on the stairs. I was like, have we practiced the stairs before? I don't know. But I think she looked great in that hot pink. Wonderful. She threw in a little spin turn there. Okay, that was a little daring because everybody was struggling on that ground. I think she's a really strong performer. I just want her to relax a little bit more for prelims, just so that we don't have any tension in the body. And I think she'll have a great preliminary performance. Miss Universe Latina, don't sleep on her. Oh my gosh. Now I know that the title itself is controversial, whatever. She, like others, had a unique path. She made her way to universe. She's here now. You should be giving her a fair shot, just like all the other contestants, in my opinion. I think she had an extremely precise routine, lots of variation. The swimsuit with the red flower and the red lip, I think, was a great styling choice for her. She looked beautiful and she does a great job. I feel like she really delivers. Cote d'Ivoire, oh my goodness, her long strides. I love a long stride. Wow. And you don't even need a long leg to do a long stride, ladies, by the way. Okay, just it's your approach to those steps. Anyways, wow, absolutely love her. Great color on her, like the little wink. I feel like she's meeting expectations. Nicaragua, lovely, love her. This whole routine, she brought us so much great energy here. I think that everything was beautiful, like the hair, makeup for this, but I wouldn't like to see this hair for prelims again, because a lot of times when we see this half up hairstyle, it looks great for swim, but then we keep it for gown and it kind of doesn't always mesh well with gown. So I hope she's changing that up for prelims, because she is somebody that I have my eye on. I was so impressed with China. Wow, she just doesn't really come across to me like a super pageanty girl, right? And we haven't really seen China place that much in the last decade, right? What a strong competitor she is. Oh my gosh, great walk, poses, turns, a good amount of confidence. The hair looked fabulous. She wasn't overstyled. Like, so many great things about her. Watch out for China. Like, I'm rooting for her. I have mentioned her before, but Malta is my dark horse. She better be in at least a top 30. I think she's fabulous. I think she's consistent in her wardrobe, her styling, her hair, her makeup, everything. I think she's so great. I want to see her place. Thailand wore a unique color, not one that I would have expected to see her in. I think that she had a wonderful, strong opening when she competed at her national pageant. I did make a note that she was kind of falling out of her turn a little bit, and she could not be doing that at Universe, and that did not happen here. She was very precise on all of her poses and her turns and her pivots, and oh my gosh, just like how she looked up close, just like Colombia, just exceptionally beautiful. Wow. Venezuela had a really simple opening. I think it was smart. I think it was a little bit safe, and I would have been too. Why? Because this isn't judged. I'm not going to fall down a flight of stairs for this unjudged competition. I think she's beautiful. I love her look. I love that she wasn't overshooting anything for this competition, but I do think that for prelims, she will have to amp up the energy for that. Puerto Rico, I think she should be at least in a top 6. Oh my gosh. Just the walk, she is so fit too. Oh my goodness, she's very toned. Wow. But the way that she's just nailing her poses, her turns, the confidence that she has while doing so, the hairstyling, the makeup, everything is so consistent for her. I feel like she deserves it. Wow. Kazakhstan, gorgeous. She was really bringing it for this competition. Now, I wish she hadn't have done like the arm thing at the very end. It's giving me grand. I'm gonna let it fly because it's not prelims though, okay? But she looked great. France, great color on her, and this reminded me when she competed at nationals. If you've seen Miss France before, you know like there's so much going on stage, and there's these big dance numbers and routines and all of this stuff, and I can really remember her. Suddenly a flashback came, seeing all of those contestants and how she would really work it and get everybody to get eyes on her, especially out of a group. She was great with that, and she brought that here, and I was like, oh, it's been a while. I forgot how good she is. I was very impressed. Turks and Caicos had a really clean opening combo. Honestly, another contestant that I'm like, just send her to a top 6, just fast track her. I think she's so fabulous. I think that when you see her in a group, oh boy, does she stand out. She really does. And not only does she stand out because she's so stunning, but she has the performance to back it up as well. Those are the ladies that stood out for me for this area of competition. Let me know about your favorites, and let's always remember to be kind in the comments because our contestants do see these episodes. Thank you for supporting the channel though, friends. I can't wait to bring you so many more episodes very soon. I hope you subscribed.